Well, hello there. It's Rob Schultz from Audacious Audio and audaciousaudio.com, and I am so pleased, excited, and thrilled to have with me today one of the true innovators and pioneers of the coaching industry. And of course, I'm talking about Milana Leshinsky of CoachingMillions.com. Milana has taken coaching really into the 21st century with a lot of amazing methods and ways for coaches to not only survive but to really thrive. And her approach and her methods are truly unique. So I'm excited and pleased, and you will be too once you hear her, to have with us today Milana Leshinsky. Milana, welcome.
Thank you, Rob. It's great to be here.
Well, it's super to have you. Now, wanted to ask you right off the bat, you have a new system in a new book called Coaching Millions. Been an Amazon top seller. What prompted you to write the book and to create the Coaching Millions system? And what is the single biggest challenge that you see coaches running up against, and how is your system designed to help them through those challenges?
That's a great question, Rob. Well, I've been building a coaching business for the last 7 years, and there are certain things that I've done differently than most of the other coaches have. And before we started this recording, it's interesting, we had a brief conversation about how I entered the business of coaching from a completely different door than most coaches enter it. And the difference is that most coaches, usually get coach training, and then they get their coaching skills, and the first thing they try to do is get clients. Obviously, they got the coaching skills. The first thing you want to do is apply or use those coaching skills. And so they end up becoming practitioners, just like therapists or attorneys would, building their law firm or therapy practice, getting clients one at a time, one by one. And what happens with that is it becomes very frustrating when clients don't enroll right away, and it also becomes extremely time consuming. So the way I did things differently is that my previous background is web design, and I started designing websites for coaches, and I understood what is it that they do and how they do things to build their business. And so I got a little bit of a taste in the coaching industry right away from doing the web design for coaching professionals. And what I discovered is that how indeed, time consuming many of these business building strategies are, such as waiting for word of mouth to work, going to networking meetings, bonding with people, doing the one-on-one conversation in the hope that a client will find that a coach is necessary. The reason I wrote the book, and therefore build my Coaching Millions system around the concepts of the book, is that I discovered some really amazingly simple and fast ways of building your coaching business. And my goal in the book obviously was to share that. The difference between my book, for example, and any other book on coaching or on business building is that it gives you a system. In other words, the book is the system itself, but the Coaching Millions system, it's actually a home study course which details everything that is introduced in the book. And you asked, what is the biggest challenge coaches experience? And I have only one answer here, and it's related to many other little things that coaches are not doing, or doing not quite the way that it should be done. But let me give you the answer to your question. The biggest reason coaches are not able to build business quickly is because they lack a mailing list. It might be the most obvious thing to you if you're listening and if you experience the building a business, but let me tell you, you don't have a mailing list, you don't have a business. When you don't have a mailing list, you don't have anybody to ask questions, so you don't really know what people are looking for. You can't do any kind of a survey because there's nobody to survey. And even if you do have a mailing list, most coaches, I noticed, have a mailing list that is a very untargeted, or non-targeted, I should say. And it's comprised of friends, relatives, people you met at networking meetings. It's very diverse and very general. So when the time comes for you to promote your coaching services or programs, you don't get very good response. And so that consequently leads to a very discouraged situation in your business. You feel like nobody wants to enroll into your coaching programs. You'll start losing confidence in your coaching skills, and as a business owner, you're pretty much feeling like it's not working. It's not working. So you start looking for other ways to build your business, and you go back to the old ways. I should say old ways, because that's how traditionally businesses have been built, through referrals and networking and building relationships, and that's all great. However, there's so many other ways to build your business faster. So let me share with you those ways, and they're actually in the book. And if you already own a copy of my book, you'll probably nod your head along with me. But the first one is a mini website where you collect names and emails based on a very specific niche market. So that's another related issue. I don't like to say that this is a number one problem, but it's pretty high in the priority of issues that prevent coaches from building a successful business, is lack of niche. And when you don't have a niche, you really don't have a mailing list, because you don't know what mailing list to build. So they're kind of all related. So when you're building a mini site to collect names and emails from people, you're basically giving something away, like a special report or a document that solves their problem. So you need to know what problem is the most the hottest problem in the market in order for you to create that special report and give it away. So that's your mini site. That's the first strategy. The second strategy is articles. Articles have built many businesses very successfully. Many successful people who are successful today have used the article strategy, but not the way that most coaches write their articles. And I actually share a very special formula of how to write an article that brings people back to your website and even sells a product when you get a product in the future. The third strategy is a newsletter. Again, not a newsletter that you see in your inbox on a daily or weekly basis from most of the newsletter subscriptions that you are a member of. It's more of a strategic newsletter where the only purpose is for you to enroll a client or to sell a product, or get a specific call to action successfully performed. And a lot of newsletters do not do anything like that. The fourth strategy is teleseminars. How wonderful to have technology where you can gather dozens or sometimes hundreds of people on the telephone line from all over the world, coach them, and enroll them into a coaching program that you are offering. And I actually share a 3-step formula of what to do in terms of before the teleseminar, during the teleseminar, and after the teleseminar, in order for you to strategically enroll clients into your coaching program. The fifth element, the fifth strategy that I highly recommend and used with great success and witnessed many other coaches use successfully, is joint ventures or strategic alliances, where you partner with other business owners who target the same market, the same target audience, and you join your forces in building each other's businesses. So those are the 5 strategies that I found to be the most focused, and in terms of speed, it really accelerates your business building opportunity.